The police should have been immediately brought in. This never should have been an internal investigation at all.
Parents in Longview are fed up after they say the district downplayed a rape case involving students for weeks. We'll bring you the latest on the investigation, plus how long school staff knew about this before telling parents. Coming up in a live report.
And Washington County has some new sheriff's deputies, only these ones aren't human. A look at how the county is using drones to help law enforcement respond to calls and make arrests ahead.
And tonight, President Donald Trump is expecting to give his State of the Union address, which local leaders will and won't be in attendance. Coming up later this hour as your news at sunrise starts right now. Good morning, and thank you for joining us on your Tuesday. I'm China Green.
And I'm Matthew Herchick. Happy to have you with us. Rod Hill, Chris McGinnis, standing by with a look at the weather and traffic. Rod, I thought you were going to moonwalk into the shot this time.
He has done that before.
I did that earlier in the show.
Yep.
I don't know what I call that.
How about the rodster?
But
Ooh.
We do the rodster?
Ooh.
This is professional Rod right now, okay? I'll be professional Rod for a moment. Well, after yesterday's steady rain, and that was the messaging, today the messaging is we're already starting to see that rain break into more of a scattered shower pattern. Still quite a bit out there, but the rain rates currently are almost entirely light in all areas. Again, here comes the last current flip of it. So a little bit of dry time. You'll probably notice that, kind of intermittent windshield wipers coming in this morning if you're getting ready to leave. Visibility not bad along the Columbia River from the Vancouver Springs at the waterfront where the temperature is 41. But if you look over downtown Portland from the Wells Fargo building, looking down, now it looks a little foggy. So it is a low cloud deck out there. To the bus stop we go. Light showers, 42 degrees on average out the door this morning. And then it will be a showery day today. But again, yesterday we had over an inch of rain. Today we probably have closer to a tenth or no more than 2/10 of an inch of rain coming down all total. Here's Chris.
That's just child's play. All right, let's get you out to Hood River County. Heads up the Hood River School District on a 2-hour delay today because of inclement weather. Rod mentioned possible wintry precipitation east of the Cascades, and so out of an abundance of caution, Hood River School District again running on a 2-hour delay. Back out to Fairview, we do have a report of a crash here on Fairview Parkway near I-84. It doesn't appear to be impacting the drive on the freeway itself, but certainly you can see the road spray there. I-5 from Clark County, we had an earlier crash southbound on the Interstate Bridge. That has cleared, and the earlier backup around that has also flushed out. Right now, the drive times are in pretty good shape. Guys, I don't have any major freeway trouble out there right now.
Thank you, Chris. Developing this morning, parents in Longview are calling for administrators to resign over rape allegations at Mark Morris High School.
it comes after 2 members of the boys basketball team were arrested and accused of sexually assaulting their younger teammates. Sunrise reporter Thomas Schultz is live this morning with details. Thomas, district leaders have been very quiet about this so far.
Yeah, very mum, Matthew, and China. Look, last night there was a school board meeting in the school district and board members did not apologize or say they made a mistake after 2 teens were arrested last week. Those arrests also came after parents got police involved weeks after the school had known about the incident. Longview Police says they're now investigating both the school district and Mark Morris High School for possibly violating their mandatory reporting duties. Court documents allege a 16 and 17-year-old basketball player sexually assaulted younger players for months. Victims told investigators they were dragged into a dark team room and then held against their will. According to police reports, school staff and administrators knew about the accusations 2 weeks before a parent went to police, then triggering a criminal investigation. At last night's school board meeting, parents didn't hold back.
The police should have been immediately brought in. This never should have been an internal investigation at all.
If you fail to step down, this will not go away. The parents of this district are done tolerating your antics, protecting public image over children.
On February 7th, Principal Aaron Whitwright sent a letter to parents criticizing what he called false rumors and speculation, and said the district had already investigated a report and given appropriate consequences. That response outraged students who protested the inaction. Last night, district leaders did not apologize, but they did say they are committed to the police investigation.
I know some families have said this situation has damaged their trust in the district. That's deeply concerning to me. I know trust is earned through consistent actions, not just words.
Now, the superintendent adds that once the police investigation is over, they will also have an outside investigator review district practices about this as well. Matthew, China.
Our Thomas Schultz reporting live. Thank you, Thomas. And after that meeting last night, KGW's Catherine Cook tried to learn more from the school board by asking them some questions directly. So here's what they didn't have to say.
I didn't hear an apology tonight. Is there a reason that word moment was used instead of mistake? Are any staff members on paid leave?
And a reminder, if you or someone you know is a sexual or a survivor of sexual assault, know that help is always available 24/7. You can call the National Sexual Assault Hotline at 1-800-656-4673.
Meanwhile, in Rainier, a former junior-senior high school principal was sentenced Monday to 5 years in prison for possessing images of child sexual abuse. Jeremy Williams was arrested in September after investigators say they found social media accounts linked to Williams sending and receiving child sex abuse material. Williams will now have to register as a sex offender. In Clackamas County, a judge sentenced a man to 25 years in prison for murdering a mail carrier. 2 years ago, 53-year-old Chad Westover stabbed Tristan Thomas at a Southeast Portland apartment following what prosecutors say was a dispute between Thomas and Westover's cousin over a parking spot. Westover's attorney still argues his client was acting in self-defense.
Portland police have arrested a suspected prolific graffiti vandal known by the tag name Rango. They say over several years, 22-year-old William Matthews tagged businesses, homes, public spaces with damage estimated in the tens of thousands of dollars. Officers searched his vehicle and trailer in the Cedar Mills area last week and say they seized more than 150 cans of spray paint, rollers, brushes, and custom Rango stickers. Matthews is now facing at least 8 counts of criminal mischief.
1 of 3 people arrested for burglarizing the homes of families who were on the news after experiencing tragedies is set to be indicted this afternoon. Michael Kelso and 2 others are accused of breaking into the home of a man who had just died in Lake Oswego and stealing dozens of firearms. They're also accused of targeting a home that had been damaged by a fire. After serving search warrants on multiple locations, police found more than 30 guns, stolen artwork, and military service medals. Kelso is facing charges including felon in possession of a firearm and body armor and theft. His indictment is set for 2 o'clock. A new video is showing how drones are becoming like first responders in Washington County. Over the weekend, deputies launched 2 drones to help find a suspect who ran out of a house while they were serving a search warrant. The drones showed the deputies exactly where the man went so they could take him into custody. The sheriff's office can launch drones from across the county, and deputies run them remotely, in some cases using a simple Xbox controller. The drones can also track the deputies' body cameras to follow them on calls.
Even the first day we were seeing successes. We had a deputy respond to a DUI that was being followed where the person that called them in had lost sight of them, didn't know the address, but the drone found them right away before the deputy arrived.
This is a test program that they'll use for the next month or so. Next, they'll see if they can get funding to implement the technology long term.
PDX Live is coming back for another season. The summer concert series typically takes over Pioneer Courthouse Square in August. This year's lineup includes artists like Annie DeFranco, Modest Mouse, Japanese Breakfast, and Vince Staples. Tickets go on sale on Friday. You can find full details at pdx-live.com.
6:08, let's head over to Rod for another look at kind of a rainy start to the morning, Rod.
Yeah, I mean, we certainly have our fair share of showers on the radar. The headline today is not as wet, not nearly as wet as it was on Tuesday. And the biggest difference is instead of steady moisture on the west side, we're already breaking it into what is mostly scattered light showers at this hour. Now, precipitation overall is still pretty widespread across our state. There's light rain showing up on radar in Bend and Madras this morning out into Pilton, kind of a mixed bag of rain and snow depending on elevation out across the east. And we are watching the gorge. It's all rain along I-84 and the Columbia, but the Weather Service has that winter weather advisory up for the potential of some light snow falling above 1,000 feet in the upper Hood River Valley. Radar has shown very limited precip up in that area so far. I haven't seen actual ground reports. All right, Salem, good visibility, 41 degrees, light showers in the area. Here are the temperatures, 42 Beaverton. We're pretty uniform, 41 in Camas, 40 degrees down in West Lynn. Dallas is at 42. Almsville is at 42 degrees. This afternoon, scattered light showers. Yesterday we got over an inch of rain. Today probably less than 0.2 of an inch of rain for Portland. 50 in Tillamook, 47 in Salem at 3 o'clock. And temperatures mid to upper 40s out across the east as well. So this is the finale of the pattern that started back on Saturday with the record rain of over an inch that came down yesterday. 50 today. Tomorrow, spotty showers showing up on our futurecast, but a day that's really dry most of the time. Thursday, dry, 53. I'm still watching a system that clips us Thursday night and Friday morning. Weather models insist the rain holds to our north, but I'm just watching that. Weekend still looks nice, mostly sunny, each day getting up into the 50s. Of course, March 1st is Sunday, my wife's birthday, by the way. That's why I know that Sunday is March 1st. Okay, back to you.
Happy early birthday.